And there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Miniature Monday Live. I guess what I've been calling Painting in Place. Yeah, we are ready to go with some more work onto Esmeralda's cart. Let me just pull the chat up here. Hey, Dilzo, great to see you. Benjamin, good to see you as well. It's so nice to have something to, weekly hang out and, get to chat and paint with you all. So yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any announcements or anything like that to get going. So it's kind of an exciting time here at the Adventurers Pack. We are kind of teetering on that 200 subscriber mark, which is, exciting. I think last night we were at 200. Today we're at 199. And, we know that as far as the number of subscribers in the universe go, it's not that big of a number, but it's a short milestone for us, and we're really excited for it. Let's see. Hey, Rach, good to see you. Jake, hello. So yeah, let me see. So we're almost at the 200. Really cool. I'm kind of putting in my my own energy to hope that, hey, by the end of this upcoming month, I'm hoping to get us to 250. We're all working hard here at Adventurers Pack and are really excited for all this. I think that's enough of announcements. Anything else that I can think of, I'm going to say during the course of the painting, so let me just go ahead and get us all set up here. Alley-oop. Okay. That should do it. Put that off to the side, get my water all set up. You might notice I have I've got this glove on. I'm going to try something new. We're getting here on the cart to where I'm gonna have to be touching the places that are painted. Let's see here. Hey, well, hello from North Carolina. Hello from, did I see an Alabama up there as well? Whoop, I can scroll. Yeah, hello from Alabama as well. Good to see y'all. Yeah, so we're getting to where I'm gonna have to start touching the painted parts of this. And with, the bare hand, you can see areas that the paint starts to rub off. I don't know if this is going to work, but I am going to, I'm going to try wearing this latex glove and see if that's going to help not remove some of the paint. It's for certain not going to get my oils on there, the natural oils that we all have in our skin. I've been doing a bunch of touch-ups and while wearing this, and already I've noticed that I'm being forced to have a much softer touch to this, which is definitely helping out a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get right down into it. Like I said, I've been doing a bunch of touch-ups. I cleaned up a bunch of the window spots that we have. And I think now that I'm no longer touching those sides, I think we can get this top bit and the bottom of the cart set up and ready to go. So let's dive on into that. Alrighty. How are we all doing on this fine Monday? I hope you're all doing safe from Alabama, watching with your sister. Oh, well, that's nice. Hello to both of you. Thank you for joining in. Like I said, it really is nice to have people that I get to hang out with virtually every Monday, and it's so lovely to see some familiar faces. Now one thing you might notice as I'm putting this paint down, as soon as it goes down, it's kind of retracting back in on itself, and the paint has been pretty watered down. I didn't want to get too much of a coating when I was doing the touch-ups, and because this is where I've been touching a lot, this is where you see the oils doing their work, that the paint goes on and it doesn't really want to adhere to the model. This is why it's very important with any mini that you get to wash it thoroughly with soap and warm water before you paint it. I know there are some companies out there that will say, hey, it's pre-primed and you don't need to wash it. It's ready to paint right out of the box. And sure, you can paint it right out of the box, but it's gonna do this. I think technically WizKids is one of those that boasts ready to paint right out of the box. Just wash them. It makes it so much easier. Hey, David, painting as well. Oh, one of your Critical Role sets. Which one was it? Is it the season 1 or season 2. There we go. Vox Machina or Mighty Nine. Oh man, I am. I'm actually embarrassed to say I'm a little behind in my Critical Role. I Critical Role. If you're watching, first off, hi, love your work. How'd you find me? Second off, I'm just embarrassingly behind, and it's it happens when I travel for work, or when I did travel for work and I'd be gone for a month at a time. That's 4 episodes that are 3 to 4 hours long each, and it's really hard to catch back up. Luckily, a lot of this time right now, I'm able to do so. Oh yeah, Ben. Ben is working on some crochet dice, which I think is really awesome. It's nice to also see some multi. I guess would multimedia be the proper word for that? Multimedium. Nerd crafting in a lot of different mediums, not just model making, but needlework, crochet work. I suppose we see a lot of sewing and whatnot in cosplay. Do we have any cosplayers out there? I have never actually done it myself. I've got obviously some things that I would like to cosplay, but have never gotten around to it. It's not that I've never had the time or anything like that. To be perfectly honest, I've only actually ever been to one con in my life, which I really need to change. That's a silly thing to have to say. Ooh, here we go. Oh, that is looking lovely. Yeah, as a painting ambiance, it is Critical Role. You can't beat it. I'd normally I would be listening to it while I painted, but something tells me that doing that here right now is not really the best thing to do. Sculpturing. What, Jake? What are you sculpting? That I would love to hear more about that. Like what are you working on? That's right. So our buddy Ben here, one of the pack members here, Emmy, is actually going to be working with Ben to put a cosplay together, and I'm not gonna say anything more than that. I don't want to spoil anything or whatever. I'll let her talk about that if she wants to. Absolutely. Hi, Griff. Hi. How's it going? Thank you for listening in. Happy to have you. Whew. Here we go. Do I do any PC gaming or console? I do actually. I I will admit that for the longest time I was a Mac user, so my PC gaming capabilities were not very strong. Now I'm not gonna touch the whole Mac versus just oh gosh, I can't even think. Mac versus pretty much everything else. As far as that whole thing goes, I don't believe in fighting that one is better than the other. Actually, one of my old mentors gave me a really great thought about that. It's like, look, whatever you do, just make sure that all of your stuff is the same. That way, all of your devices talk to each other. But anyway, the point of me bringing that up is, now that we are now that we're getting into the more streaming of things and aiming to do more live content, we really needed a much more powerful computer than I had, and so we built. Bucky is the loving name of our streaming PC here at the tavern, and since getting that, my gaming capabilities have shot through the roof. What do I play a lot of? I've actually really been enjoying for casual play. I'll play some Heroes of the Storm. I've always been a big fan of Blizzard. I grew up playing. I think Warcraft 2 was one of my first computer games ever. And then StarCraft or World of Warcraft and Diablo also I was a huge fan of that. And so I've been enjoying Heroes of the Storm for getting kind of all that nostalgia and cool character vibe going on there. But I have to stress, I play that casually. I'm not, I don't play in any leagues. Typically these days, I'll just play against AI with friends. That way, it's more of a way for me to hang out with my friends and chat while playing a cooperative game rather than, being competitive. That underside there is going to be so hard to paint. Other than that, what else do I do? I'm a big fan of games like Don't Starve. I love Subnautica. That's kind of my wheelhouse. I like adventure puzzle type games. What's we going here? Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that this is uplifting for people. Oh my gosh, hold on. I actually have to scroll up to see what people are saying. Mum is Carol F on. Oh, hey. Well, Carol, I hope that you're joining us, and if you're viewing this later, hi. It's so great to have you. Let's see. Streaming is great. I'm trying to set my stream. Yeah, oh my gosh, David, on, streaming the cameras, that has been one of our hardest hurdles to overcome. Because right now we're shooting off of a bunch of, I believe we're using Logitech C920s, which, according to the info, they get 1080p. But getting them to work, especially when doing a multi-stream setup like this, for me, I'm having a hard time, which is also why I'm very grateful that we actually have, as part of the Adventures Pack, a couple of very talented tech people. We have a couple of directors of photography who know quite a bit about lighting and camera work. And so, they're able to help out when we can, or when they can. And it's usually they're pretty much here. They're a part of the team. Let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, every time I do this, I have to essentially reset the settings on these cameras. So I'm very much looking forward to upgrading. But for now, these are working, and they're working great. On all of the videos that we do post-production on, we typically record those on a Canon D60D, I want to say, which is great. Actually having the capability to change out lenses and do a bunch of the work in the body of the camera is very helpful. But yeah, David, next time you try and set up a stream, hit us up. Let me know. I'd love to watch. Dilzo. I feel like if depending on who were to answer what, I I don't know. I'm gonna hold off on answering that. uh, I bet, David. Yeah, I imagine that you have to shoot a lot of work for. My words just left me. I heard some folks outside. There's going to be a lot of construction happening in these next weeks. We just found out, so gotta get ready for that. What was I saying? Right. So as a teacher during this time, yeah, that's. Are you teaching over Zoom? Are you teaching over a different platform? That's best of luck to you, and thank you for continuing on. Okay, I think that's that top bit. Whew. Oh wait, no, a little bit there, a little bit there. Also, really quick, I gotta say, everyone, since these last 2 weeks, I guess this week and last week, the whole the whole group that we've had tuning in and watching, and the community that's growing here, I cannot tell you how heartwarming it is. We after last week's video, we got just such a great outpour of love and feedback on all of our social media, which I guess, shameless plug now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, obviously YouTube. Eventually we're going to be moving to Twitch. That'll probably happen here once this quarantine is over. And we try to be as responsive as possible. We want to interact and engage in this community. So, if you message us, we're going to be messaging back, and it's going to be someone here at the pack. I'd say maybe 60% of the time it's me. It was also, actually, here, we'll talk about that more here in a second, because I think it's time to move on to the bottom here. Thank you for the compliment on the stream, by the way. Also, yeah, happy 420 to y'all. How's the rest of the team doing? They are doing well. Our good buddy James is he is in quarantine in his home. I believe spirits are high. We try and hang out, at least once a week, and play games. Jackbox these days has been very popular among a bunch of us, but also playing some D&D over Discord and Roll20. Our tech team are good as well. They are quarantined in their home. Let me see what else. And then myself and Emmy are quarantined here at the tavern. I will say, I know Emmy has talked about it once before somewhere. I think it was on a YouTube, it was on an Instagram story. And she's probably gonna be a little upset with me for saying this, but sorry, Emmy. I know that right now she's going through some hard times, because when she's not doing Adventures Pack, she's considered an essential worker. So she is working 5 days a week, and it's been it's definitely been a load of stress on her. I know that she's very grateful to again have this community, and to be able to keep making content and putting it out there, and seeing the love and support that we're getting has really brightened up her spirits. So that is that's what I'm going to say about that. So David, you record your presentation. Oh, but also Jake, thank you for asking. That means a lot. So David, you record your presentations on OBS and post them onto YouTube. That is clever. That is such a good way of doing it, because you can edit what you teach. I've also been teaching quite a bit. I say quite a bit. One day a week for the past 5 weeks. Because my background, when I'm not painting or DMing or being just an all around nerd, my background is actually in acting, but specifically in stage combat, theatrical combat. So like swordplay, unarmed fighting, all that sort of stuff. And one of the performing arts schools that I taught at for years before I moved out here has asked for me to. They asked me to teach remotely, which is kind of tough because it's a very physical. It's a very physical thing, teaching people how to move and how to use their bodies in very active ways. And I had to figure out a way to do that without being able to see my students. But then also we're doing it over Instagram Live, which, it's fine. We're all figuring out ways to, and we're all figuring out ways to do this. But it's a very odd medium or a platform to teach on, and might not have been the choice that I made. Dilzo, what do I think of Donald Trump? I actively am going to keep politics out of this. It's the sort of thing. Eventually, if you want to ask my political views or anything like that, eventually I'll talk more about it. I absolutely will. But I do think that right now, I'm not trying to ignore it, but I want this to be a very uplifting place, and I want it to be uplifting for as many people as possible. I don't want anyone to come here and feel singled out or divided. What I will say is I do believe that right now we should be listening to the scientists and medical researchers. We should be listening to this stay-at-home order. The only way that we're going to make it through this is by being together. We need to be united against this. So I think that's what I'll say about that. Oh, thank you guys. I will be sure to give Emmy your best, and I know she's gonna see this chat, so hey, actually, she's gonna see this chat. Feel free, blast love onto the chat here and let her know. She'll see it. What time is it for you? What time is it for me? It's about 1:25. I had that moment where my brain shut off. I've got an analog watch because I'm that guy. And for a second, I forgot how to count minutes. Oh, no. Okay. So that's the underside there. Pretty close to done. We're going to let that dry. While that dries, we are going to hit up the chain, lock, sign, and curtains. Oh, I forgot about the lanterns. Ho! All right, we'll get that. These are working great, by the way. The gloves, wow. Solution for if you have to touch the model as you're working with it. Latex gloves, they work out great. Let's do the curtains. I know I had said I was thinking about using this Eldritch purple for the curtains, and I held the color up, and I don't know. I'm torn between a green and the purple for these curtains. Let's lay this down really quick and get your guys' opinion. So I was going between this Eldritch purple for the curtains, which could look great, which could look really lovely, or this emerald green, which I think could also look lovely. I worry that it would blend in with the windows, but with a wash that won't be too much of a problem. So I'll hold off on the windows. Let the chat have some time to give me some suggestions, because we're painting in this together. Oh, thank you so much, Rach. I do my best. I will actively always tell people I am not a professional painter. I'm not teaching people how to paint. Everything that I do is me experimenting, learning, sometimes succeeding, sometimes failing, and I hope that you enjoy coming along for the ride. All right, so we're gonna use. I have this ash gray that I really enjoy using for chains. It is it's a non-metallic metal, so it's what I mean by that is it's not a metallic color. It's just a gray. Metallic paints typically will have some glitter or some shine to them, which can be really cool, but at the same time can make painting an absolute nightmare. And what I mean by that is if I put this glitter down here and then wash my brush, that glitter is then in the water that I am cleaning my brush with, and it's going to start getting contaminated into the other paints. And suddenly, I am going to have a very glittery cart, which I don't think I want a glittery cart, I think I'm really liking what this is doing at the moment. Ooh, I do need to water this gray down a little bit, though. It's a little thick. That might have been too much. We shall see. We shall see. Now, I know there was a lot of chatting as to what the sign should say. And originally, I was thinking that we'd get to the sign, but I remembered that's a high detail. That is something that it's going to take us a little while to get to. In fact, it'll probably be one of the last things that we paint. So there's time for us to figure that out. I think what I'll end up doing is I'll go over to our Facebook page and I'll put a poll up. I think our popular choice at the moment for what it says is gone fishing. But I'll put a poll up with a place for everyone to vote on their favorite or add a new one. There we go. There's that. Now, one thing though, before we get incredibly excited on the sign, one thing I have already decided is whatever we write. Oop! I just cleaned my brush in my clean water. Whoops. Whatever we do write is most likely going to be written in like dwarven runes or draconic, and I'm doing that for two different reasons. One is that those languages in D&D are very linear. It's all line work, which will make my job easier painting that, because that's going to be some very fine detail painting. Let's get a little more ash gray going on here. And if I can avoid adding curves to that, that is going to make my life so much easier. And two, it will make the cart a little more utilitarian for me. As a DM, I'll have options for this could be anything, and if it does say something like "gone fishing" or back in 5 minutes or anything like that, it puts a character onto the cart. And will somewhat limit my choices when being able to use it on a table. Now, that being said, if it's in rune, it could say anything, and most players don't have the Dwarvish alphabet memorized, so it to them it could say anything. It's that it's that style of art where you give your audience just enough, and their mind will fill in the blanks, and they will fill it in better than anything you could ever do. And so the Easter egg is that it will say whatever we've decided. How long have we been making videos? Oh, actually, I just looked this up. So our first official upload onto YouTube... Oh, wait, no, I don't have that information on my hand. One of our first videos was uploaded September 2nd of last year. And I believe that was our Eberron unboxing. No, we just did an Eberron unboxing. No, that was our Descent into Avernus unboxing, which did really well. It's at around like 2,000 views right now. And before that, I had done live painting like this, but it was only on Instagram. And I started doing this on Instagram, didn't like that it wasn't saving it, and then transferred over to YouTube. You can actually go back, and in our live section, you can see I was painting a rock golem, and it's such a different feel. It looks very different. It sounds very different. Like it is a very different energy. And I then realized that I wasn't getting the same quality out of the videos that I wanted for our channel. And that's when we switched over to start doing it as produced videos, where it was pre-recorded. I could go in and I could record voiceover on my my professional microphones, because these days, when I'm not doing this, I am a voice actor, so that's I've got everything I need to get that stuff going. And yeah, just kind of evolved from there. We decided to start doing bestiary to get more people involved and get more consistent content out, and also to give me a bit of a break, because doing a fully produced painting video a week was, man, I was not sleeping. So yeah. 8 people too. Yeah, the community is growing great. Hey, Michael, it is great to see you. Always love having you here. Dilzo, man, with the the tough questions. This is one of those things with being people on the internet. Like, telling people where you are is tricky. So what we typically tell people is we are in oh, hey RJ, how's it going? We are in oh, actually, people were asking about how people from the AP are doing. RJ, you may recognize from our video of deep dive into Eberron, the dragon marked houses. RJ is another member of the Adventurers Pack. He's also been in a couple of bestiary episodes. Again, RJ is quarantined at home, and I believe doing well. How are you holding up, RJ? How are you doing? People are asking after us. Oh, thank you, James. That means a lot. Oh, anyway, so Dilzo, back to your question about where we live. We are based out of Los Angeles, California, and that is our official statement. We do not give any more details than that currently. As we grow, as we expand, that's going to change. I don't mind talking about this, because after our last channel, we actually had a few people reach out to us asking if asking to join the Adventurers Pack crew, and I mean, I will first and foremost say that we are very flattered. We really are. It means so much that you all want to also be a more integral part of this community. But we are a small group right now, and we are working very hard to grow as best as we can. We want to, right now we're in what we refer to as the tavern. It's a home studio that we have set up that we are able to produce a lot of our content. We want to move out of this into a full studio and be able to produce more work. More shows, get into live content. I'm doing more talking than painting. Hold on. Let me take a break from this heartfelt message and get back into the curtain. Purple or green? Purple or green? Okay. The question for the curtain and for everyone out there, emerald green, eldritch purple. Let me know. I am going to hit these lanterns and then we have to do the curtain. I have promised you guys that we will get the washes on this, and it has to happen. I want this to happen so much. I love that I get to just keep chatting with you all, though. Lanterns. I have a specific color for this. I have lantern yellow. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so we want to grow and move into bigger places. And once we have a place that we can produce more work out of, we'll actually have then a mailing address that we can offer up to people that you can, get more of a sense for kind of where we are. Hey, there's Emmy. And Emmy says Emerald Green. All right. So 1 vote for Emerald Green. I'm still painting up the lanterns. Emmy, if you're watching now, I know you're probably on a break at work right now. A lot of people were asking after you. A lot of people wanting to send their love and support, knowing that you're an essential worker when you're not doing this. So, there's that. I hope that puts a smile on your face. Whoop. Oh man. All right. What was okay? So another vote for purple. How long? Been reading. All is well. Good to hear, RJ. Been reading up on new character classes. How long has the channel been around for? So the channel, I think that we would say that we've been around since late 2019. It's like since September of 2019. That would be kind of the official launch of it. We as a group have been around for much longer. I mean, many of us actually know one another from college, and then we've been playing. We met some new people out here in LA, and we've been playing D&D together for. I mean, the current campaign that I'm running has been going for. Oh gosh, Emmy, RJ, if you guys are still in the chat, you're gonna have to help me out with this. I want to say 3 years, working on its 4th year. So there's that as well. Ooh, that lantern yellow is really hard to cover up some of those mistakes. So those darker colors for now, what is that? It's the German gray. Yeah, the German gray is a very dark color, and it's very difficult to cover up old mistakes with it. So, actually talking about painting now, it's very important. Mistakes are going to happen. They always do, and it's okay. If you want to focus on where to work your hardest to try and cover up mistakes, do the best you can with the darker colors. The lighter colors, you're going to be able to go back in. Oh, this panel is tough. The lighter colors, you're going to be able to go back in and cover up with darker colors much easier than you're going to be able to go in with darker colors, or with lighter colors to cover up darker colors. I hope that made sense. Now that lantern's looking nice. Very nice. Another vote for green as well. Love from Colorado. Yeah, so RJ's been in the group for about 2 years. Okay, so I was off by a year. time means nothing anymore. It's yeah, so it's been coming up on 3 years now. So yeah, that's but yeah, some of these people I've known for, oh my gosh, a decade. That's not okay. That's very much not okay. Where did the time go? All right, this lantern yellow is coming out quite nicely. All right, so I believe we've got 2 votes for green, 1 vote for purple right now. So that'll be good. Oh, right. I had a heartfelt thing that I was talking about people reaching out and wanting to join. So again, yeah, we cannot be more flattered. Unfortunately, like I said, right now where we are such a small crew, and we're working very hard to. Wow, what sort of grip was that? That was. We're working very hard to grow as it is, and just aren't in a place right now where we can expand out and bring new people on board. What I will say, I mean, I cannot say enough how much these Mondays are meaning to me now. It really is so great to be able to chat with you all and have this be a thing that you're enjoying. I never thought that this would be something that people would be like, yeah, that's great. I'm looking forward to it. I was just like, oh, maybe a couple people might watch. And worst case scenario is I'll just have a record of how I paint things. I'll have a digital copy of my my painting sheets. And we want very much to get to the place where we can expand and grow. And for any of you who do want to help us out, well, okay, we'll say this one first. Any of you who are able to, I know these are really crazy times right now, so I don't like bringing this up. We have a Patreon. There's a link in the description. You can go to that. We don't have any rewards at the moment. It's purely if you want to help us out and help us financially grow, you can. So link is in the description, but these are really hard times right now for a lot of people. So only do that if you can, if you are able. And to be honest, there are other organizations right now that need that more than us. So, I'd be shooting myself in the foot by saying this, but anyway. The best way that you can help us out right now, though, is just keep watching, like our videos, and share it with friends, and help us grow the community. That's going to be the best thing that you can do for us right now, and it means the world to us. Okay, I am officially called. Wow, that is a lot of green. Okay, green. Okay, emerald green it is. It's time for those curtains. I think this is actually the first time I've used this paint, so I gotta make sure it is well mixed. Whoa! Okay, there we go. Alley-oop. Oh, that's a pretty color. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy we chose this one. And by we, I mean you. But yeah, and the more people that we have in our community, the more input we're going to be able to have as to, what you guys want. We're in the process of adding more rewards into our Patreon, but it's very much trying to figure out what people would like. I think we're looking into ways that we here at the Adventurers Pack can hang out with you digitally in a more visual manner. Maybe play some games together. Maybe all of us get together and play some Jackbox games. Or like I was talking about earlier, Don't Starve together. Things like that. But the nice thing about actually, I think, doing Jackbox games would be You all don't have to buy it. We have the gear here to stream. Go figure. Wow, look at what that green is doing. Good call, everyone. Good call. So yeah, only we would need to own those games, and everyone else could just join in and play that way. And here, this is a very dark color, so I am doing my best to not get any overlap on the blue or the brown. Oh, little dot's fine. Little dot is fine. All right, I'm gonna stop thinking and I'm just gonna stream of conscious this for a second. Okay, hands. Nope, stop shaking. I need you to breathe. Oh, man. There we go. Okay. This was also one of the reasons that I originally decided to start streaming. I talk a lot while I paint. I thought, hey, maybe someone other than me will listen. I mean, it's not like I have anything important to talk about. Oh, okay. Wow, that is gorgeous. Ooh. There is some of that heavy beeping of the construction that's going to be going on, which is going to make shooting Miniature Mondays and Bestiaries so much fun here in the future. Apparently my phone thinks that when I say bestiary, it's me trying to talk to Siri. It's not, but thank you for wanting to be a part of this. All right, y'all, I know that I'm being a little more unresponsive at the moment, but there we go. Wearing this glove has really been a game changer. I am so surprised by that. It literally, I had the thought maybe 30 minutes before going live. Usually I keep a stash of these for priming and sealing my minis. I'm such a tactile person. I like to be able to feel what I'm working on. And I just had that thought of, hey, maybe this would be good for this. Ah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so shaky. Ah, no, I got it everywhere. Okay, hold on. Whew. Oh, I gotta... Oh, ow. Ooh, that was good. Oh, yeah, I totally glazed over the stagecoach thing. Hold on, what was that? Oh, outside of the rims of the stagecoach are ironbound. Oh, that might be interesting. Oh, that might be really interesting. Shoot. Always be open to new ideas, everyone. I am drinking water, Miss Watkins. I am doing so right now. Well, I did. There's a 20-ish second delay on the video. You will see me drink water in the past. Okay. Last of the curtains. Guys, I really want to get to the wash today. How long? We got 9 minutes left. Okay, I know these are usually an hour long, and I do have teaching later in the day, but I think that I can extend the time of this ever so slightly just to get that wash on. Oh, that was a slip. That was a slip. It's okay. For those of you who are also doing painting on your own time, please post pictures of your projects. We would love to see them. It's that sense of I feel like I've been saying this word a lot, but community. We want to see what you guys are doing too, not just. I mean, we love sharing what we're doing, but we would love to see what all you guys have been doing. Oh, okay. This is kind of exciting. We got what I would consider to be our first bit of fan art. It was a present from some friends of ours here at the tavern, and I mean, yeah, it's people that we know, but I don't know. It made us really happy. I know that beeping is just. Yeah, no, it made us so happy. We'll post pictures here, probably tomorrow with it. But yeah, it was again little things that are heartwarming, and we want to see what you guys are making. Is also where I had been going with that. So take pictures. If you post it on Instagram, feel free to tag us in it. We will not be offended. If you're on our Facebook page, feel free to post it on our page. Post it to us. That would be great. I hope that beeping the beeping's gone now, so it should be fine. All right, there's the green. That's pretty. Last couple of things. I'm going to let that dry so we can get to some cleanup on that. We're going to paint this sign, and then we're going to paint that lock. And in that order, I actually mean we're going to paint that lock, and then we're going to paint the sign. And folks, it's time for me to bust out my absolute favorite paint ever, Darkstone. I think these days I'm just trying to find an excuse to use it in everything that I do. It looks so much like wrought iron to me. I really enjoy using it, and we're going to use the Darkstone on that the padlock there, so that should look pretty good. Oh, such a small detail, but there it is. All right. Now the sign. I want to do the sign in a different color than the wood of the cart, because I know we've been talking about how the cart is primarily. Thank you for joining in, Emmy. It was great having you. We will. So the cart was all made with a single bit of the same wood, but the sign, I think, story-wise, was a later addition. It's something that you know, whoever's cart this is found it and added it. So we've got a few options here of browns. I've been using flat earth a lot. I thought about using oak brown, but I realized that's a really dark brown, and the whatever we write on there isn't going to show up. Got this rich leather. That could be good. Yeah, actually, let's try this. We're gonna try this rich leather. This is a Reaper paint. And we'll see what we think. I need so little. I'm maybe putting down enough paint to be the head of a pin. It is, I mean, look, this is how much paint I've been using so far, and that's the brown. You really don't need a lot of paint to get this stuff done. And it's always easier to add more than it is to take away. All right. Ooh, yeah. It's similar to the cart, but just different enough that it pops out. Whew, that's very similar. We are going to definitely need to wash it a different color to add some contrast there. Ooh. All right, and that underside there. I know my head's going to be in the way on this one. I just had to get at a really weird angle there. Okay, that's coat 1 on that. I'm definitely going to need to go in for a second coat. But we let that first coat dry. Cool. All right, what else do we need? Let me take a really quick inspection on it. Oh, wow, that was a lot of... Because I was holding that with my hand, not the glove. Wow, that is impressive. So let's give that a really quick cleanup. All right, there's that. Ooh, maybe I was not as... maybe the glove technique is not as powerful as I was thinking. It's still good. I think it's still good. It's just not as impressive. Anyway, so handling this gently from corners. A little bit of cleanup to do on those windows. I think I've got another coat. Yeah, I need to put a little bit more of a coat on the bottom there. Let's go ahead and do that now. Ooh, I may have forgotten to clean my brush there. Oh, rookie mistake. Oh, rookie mistake, Scott. No one's perfect. You're never going to be perfect doing this. Clean up some of that curtain area. Oh, my fingers are right on where I just put down fresh paint. Bad, Scott. Bad. There's that. And yep, there's some up here. All right. Got a little bit too much that then went onto the curtain itself. So I'm just going to go in with a wet brush. While the paint is still wet, I can just wick that away. There we go. Cool. Okay. Now we're going to go back in with the blue and clean up the opposite part of the curtains. I just did the wood section. Now let's clean up the actual window itself. All right, there's window 1. And there's, nope, I made that more of a mess. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. We're getting close, we're getting close. We're gonna do a second coat of this brown. Guys, I am getting so excited. Have I taken a single pic of all of my minis up to now in one spot? You know, I have not. I actually, one of the first things that I did while, when the quarantine happened, I almost said dropped, like it's a new album. Oh, God. One of the first things that I did when the quarantine happened is I actually had to go through and reorganize all of my minis. Not just the ones that I paint, but the ones that we pull from blind boxes. And, you know, we've got an all right storage system going on. There's a closet here in the tavern that is purely devoted to minis, and both painted minis, the ability to make minis, so like our 3D printer. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to say, wow, tangents, I'm good at them. I took all of the minis out and redid that organization, and it was a lot. But I haven't done just the minis that I've painted. I think that would be fun. I also did recently go through all of the old minis that I painted and resealed all of them. Everything that was using the old sealer. If any of you have watched the Miniature Monday video on trying to find what the best sealer is, you know, I made an interesting discovery there, and I did not realize how bad the sealer I had been using for years. At like 2 years, I had been using this stuff, and it was not good. So I went through and I resealed all of the minis that I painted, and they look so much better. All right, back in with the green. We're doing final touch-ups here. This is where I start to get so excited and I make mistakes. You've seen I've already made a couple of what I refer to as rookie mistakes, because I get so excited. Ooh, like right there, I almost covered up using the wrong color. Because I know what step is coming. I know that we are about to do the wash. And to be honest, there's that. I'm going to put a little bit of red back on here. Give that all time to dry. And while that's drying, let's chat with you a little bit. I know we are about at the time that we usually call it. And I'm gonna bring this over here. There we go. Yeah. So I know that right now we're about at the time that I usually call it. Miniature Monday is done. I think I am going to push on for, I think, another 30 minutes. If you can stay with me, so happy to have you. But I promised you guys that we would get to the wash today. And I think, unless I am drastically missing something, I think we're there. I am drastically missing something. All of these imperfections in the It's only on that one side. No, it's right there too. All of these little imperfections that I tried very much to clean up. They are... I'm going to turn them into moss. And I think now is the time to put that color down. So, I've got green skin already pulled out for it. This is Green Skin by Army Painter. Another one of those that has a spray primer. And I think, as the name sounds, it was made to paint goblins. So we're going to get just a little bit of that moss. There's not much. There's not much. We're still going to get to the wash today, I promise. Actually, I need to water that down so that it seeps into those areas. Here we go. Here we go. I love what this imperfection in the mini is doing with this texture. Now, this is something that, as I'm doing this, I'm definitely going to have to go back and do this again. This is definitely more detail work than... Yeah. Oh, but that looks so good. Okay. Okay. And I think that's it. I think that is it. Yeah. We're going to call that that. Okay. So with that, here's what we're going to do. I promised you guys a wash. We're going to wash one side. That way we can get the satisfaction of seeing it here. We're just going to do the wood. We're just going to do the wood paneling on this side. Now, the color that I'm going to be using for this is Seraphim Sepia by Citadel. And I much prefer doing washes out of these pots. It makes it so easy. I can just put this here and go to town. Here we go. Let's do this. Boo-boo. Boo-boo. Fill up this little top area here. And away we go. Oh, yep. Yep. Look at that. Now, I, in the past, have been somewhat heavy-handed with my washes. So, I'm trying to force myself to have a bit of a light touch here. So I want this to just look like a little bit of dimension. I don't want this to be as if it's incredibly dirty. I literally just want this to be, oh, I found an area that needs cleaning. Oh, you hate to see it. It's okay. It's okay. What was I saying? Right, this is just adding dimension. This isn't the dirt and the grime. We can do that later. Whew. That's going to be tough with these windows. See, like that right there is way too heavy. We don't want that happening. But this stuff takes a while to dry. It's a very watery It's a very watery paint. So what I can do is, instead of panic and rush and try and soak that up, I'm just going to keep on using it and kind of use it as its own little pot of reserve that I can then go back and pull more from. See, just like that. And it's slowly going to be working itself out. Whew. Now, the tricky part with this, you may have seen, for some of my paint jobs, I will do the same wash on the whole mini. Nuln oil is a very popular one that I do for that. Just Nuln oil the whole mini. Does a really nice job of tying it all together. We are going to get detailed on this one. I am going to hit every color in a different... in the appropriate wash for it. And you're going to see that is going to add a lot to the dimension and just the overall look of this. Basically, I'm taking this a step up. I know I mentioned very early on in the videos here that I'm not painting this to win any awards. But I still am painting this to show off a little bit. I really am. Because, yeah, could we just Nuln oil this whole thing? Yeah, we could. But we're not going to. There we go. That is just the... just the one side. And actually what's great about this is, now we can do a comparison. So here we are with the wash, and here we are without. And just look at the dimension that has been given. It is so beautiful. Oh, I am so excited for this. Oh, boy. All right. Well, I think that's where we're going to leave today. We've got some, we've done a lot of work on this. I know we didn't get to all of the washes, but I got you some. I promised you some. We were able to get there. Let me go ahead and bring this back on over. Boink, boink. So yeah, there we go. We got a lot of work done on it. We had a lot of great conversation. To be honest, I think we didn't get as far as I planned because I did not expect to be interacting with you guys so much, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It is so much fun to have you all here. I am so happy that you are enjoying this, that you are being so interactive. This community is growing and it is being so great. Again, if you want to support the Adventurers Pack, best thing you can do right now, subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm guessing you already have if you're here, but give the video a like and encourage your friends and other people that you think would enjoy this content to subscribe as well. Share it with them. Post us on Reddit. I am horrible at Reddit, but we're trying to get better. And help us grow this community. This is the start of something that we're hoping is going to be big, at least big enough that we can keep enjoying doing this with you all. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I guess we'll see you at the next Miniature Monday. Bye all.